Let's talk about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 Ultra. We're just going to jump straight into this post on news.samsung.com because I don't even honestly know what I have to say about this. We're just going to kind of feel it out as we go because I find this to be an extremely strange post. Meet the next chapter of Ultra. For years, Samsung has listened to users asking for bigger screens, better cameras, and new ways to connect and create. The demand is clear. An Ultra experience that goes beyond a simple list of upgraded features and a smaller, more portable form factor. That's why Galaxy's next chapter is to provide an experience that seamlessly blends artistry and engineering to elevate everyday interactions. And then they have this little GIF image that obviously does show a Galaxy Z Fold style device. Now, don't worry, we're going to dig into this little repeating GIF quite a bit more than we probably should because I think that there are some potentially interesting details there. Squeeze onto a crowded subway train for your evening commute with the device folded in hand and use voice controls to have AI find you the perfect restaurant and text your dining companion. Finish off that unsent work email during the ride, then use the powerful camera to commemorate your night out. AI-powered tools enable all-day messaging, browsing, and gaming on the go so you can focus on your life all without weighing you down. With industry-leading hardware, cutting-edge performance, and seamless AI integration optimized for the foldable format, it's what users have come to expect from Galaxy Ultra. And when it unfolds, it transforms into a more immersive entertainment hub, a spacious workspace, or a multitasking powerhouse, now enhanced by powerful Galaxy AI features designed specifically for the foldable form. The Ultra experience is about to unfold. Now, normally I wouldn't just read you guys an entire blog post like that because it's probably a little bit boring, but it was relatively short, and also I think that we kind of needed to get all that text out of the way before we try to figure out what exactly does this mean? Now, when I initially saw this post, I think I came to a conclusion that is different than a lot of other people seem to be coming to, and that's not super surprising given my track record on these sorts of things. But if you look at some of these articles being written about this, Samsung officially confirms the Galaxy Z Fold 7 Ultra. Samsung has just teased the Galaxy Z Fold 7 Ultra. Will Samsung release the Galaxy Z Fold 7 Ultra this year? So we have to kind of unpack these things. What does that mean? First off, no, they have not confirmed the Galaxy Z Fold 7 Ultra. That is, regardless of your position on the rest of this, not what just happened. But could you say that they teased a Galaxy Z Fold 7 Ultra? I think that you could make that claim, but what does that mean? Did they tease a phone that is different, separate to, in addition to the Galaxy Z Fold 7 that we know is coming? Or is this more a tease that maybe they're going to brand the Galaxy Z Fold 7, which we have already seen rumored repeatedly, we've seen renders of. Maybe they're going to rebrand that as a Galaxy Z Fold 7 Ultra, much in the same way that Google took the Pixel Fold and then changed it to the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. They gave it the Pro moniker, honestly, without any justification at all. Is Samsung prepping to do something very similar here with the Z Fold 7? I think that is far more likely than this idea that there is a separate Ultra version of a Z Fold that is coming that has somehow completely escaped the rumor mill. No one has any information on this thing at all. They've somehow completely kept it hidden. How do they start this thing off? For years, Samsung has listened to users asking for bigger screens, better cameras, and new ways to connect and create. Well, we have seen the rumors about the Galaxy Z Fold 7 that the screens are both going to be larger, apparently around 6.5 inches for the cover display and a little bit over 8 inches for that inner display. That is larger than the Z Fold 6. Better cameras. Well, okay, so most of the cameras are staying the same, but that primary camera is rumored to be a 200 megapixel sensor from Samsung that may or may not be the same sensor as in the S25 Ultra or the Ultra versions of those phones. It might be a slightly different sensor that could be a little bit smaller, but nonetheless, it should be an improved camera. And then this last bit, new ways to connect and create. A lot of that stuff is going to come down to software features that we just probably don't know a whole heck of a lot about. So, the rumors that we already have pretty well fit the bill of what they are describing here. And then they've got this little gift that plays of what is definitely a Galaxy Z Fold style device opening up. And look, I'm not sure how realistic this is actually supposed to be. We may be completely wasting our time here looking super closely at this. But to me, one of the biggest ways that the Z Fold 7 could earn an Ultra moniker is with their hardware, their form factor, by competing directly with and maybe even beating some of these other phones like the Oppo Find N5 in terms of the thinness, in terms of the weight, just producing a piece of hardware that is impressive to look at and hold, rather than a Z Fold 6, which is like a brick compared to these other devices. So we're going to dig into this a little bit. I know some of you will probably roll your eyes at this portion of the video, but try to have fun with it anyways. So what I've done is I've taken that teaser image and I've thrown it into a photo editor. What we're going to do is we're going to overlay on top of it the render of the Galaxy Z Fold 7. The size is not what matters, it's the shape that is going to be important here. So let's turn on this layer, and what I think you can immediately obviously see is that the render by OnLeaks, posted on Android Headlines, is significantly wider than this teaser image. And when I saw this, I thought to myself, wow, that is really, really similar to when I have done these comparisons between this render with these dimensions to the Galaxy Z Fold 6. So let's get rid of this layer and let's add in a layer of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 render, which ended up being exactly accurate. And if you play with the opacity again, what you'll find is that, guys, it's the exact dimensions of the Galaxy Z Fold 6. So when we look at this little video as it plays, if you look at this and you think, this looks like the Galaxy Z Fold 6 cover display in terms of the width and the height, and then you let it play forward and then you think to yourself, that also looks like the Galaxy Z Fold 6 in terms of the height and the width, you would be absolutely accurate. That is exactly what this is. Now, if we rewind this back a little bit, you'll see that it is impossibly thin. And I think this is just a stylistic choice that the artist who made this is making. I think that this is thinner than the Z Fold 7 could possibly be. This is insanely thin. So pay very little attention to this. And honestly, pay very little attention to this teaser image, because this is not, I believe, representative of the Fold 7. It is representative of the Fold 6. We're not giving us a tease of the Fold 7 here. So where does that leave us here with this post? Well, we have a GIF image that I don't think is very important at all, and then we have a bunch of text here that I feel like is extremely vague. They're not really saying anything at all. So if we're going to jump to the conclusion that an entirely new Z Fold Ultra is coming, I think that that might be a little bit misguided. My best guess, my assumption would be that there is a chance that they are going to brand the Z Fold 7 as an Ultra phone, because it is going to get a lot thinner, it's going to get smaller, they're swapping out that primary camera, and they're going to say, hey, if that's, if what Google did with the Pixel 9 Pro Fold was enough to call it Pro, well, we're going to brand ours as an Ultra phone so that we don't look like we're being left behind. Now, obviously, you guys, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, battery, charging, and you're absolutely fair to be talking about that. We're living in a world where Vivo and Honor are packing, damn near 6,000 milliamp hour batteries with like 80-watt charging into their folding phones, which are right there in the same, vicinity thickness-wise as this. I'm not here to litigate that point. I'm just telling you what I think is happening, and that's what I think is happening. So let's not run off to Crazy Town with this blog post. Let's try and stay here on planet Earth. But guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think I'm wrong about this? Do you have something else to say? Again, drop that comment down below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more content just like this. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.